All right. Hello, my friends. How are you on this Friday night? This is very random. Let me get on the chat so I can see you guys. See who's all here. How's everyone doing? If you're checking this out right now, oh, I don't want to hear no commercials. So, what's everybody doing on this beautiful Friday evening? This is very random and just, I wanted to come on here. We can talk about, we're going to talk about some camera stuff, some camera gear. And I want to pop this thing. Whoa, I'm going to be loud. Hello, Karen Summers. Thank you for joining me. Almost 2 at night, so I'm off to bed. Have a nice stream. Thank you. Thank you very much, Karen. I really appreciate you. Now, let me figure out how to pop this out like last time. There we go. All right, perfect. And so then I'm gonna put this here so I can see you who is on here. Let me turn this off, and I want to turn this off, I believe. And pardon me, guys. Let me see. Okay, so last time this crashed on me for some reason. So I'm using Google Hangouts. Let me make sure I can bring. Okay, there we go. There's the chat right there. All right. So like I said, this is very random. Just wanting to come on here and talk about some camera stuff, and I'm all set up. So why not come on and see who's around? So Karen Summers obviously saw that I was on, so she came on to say hi. She's about to go to bed. Some people are going to bed, and it's a beautiful, beautiful sundown, as they call the golden hour for photographers right now. So um, I really should be out there taking some photos, but I'm not. Instead, I'm here hanging out with you lovely people today. And we're going to be talking about some camera stuff. So I got all my camera. And if you guys know this, I've been really busy just doing some filming, both band and then some business stuff that it recently just started happening for me. So very exciting stuff going on. So before I my thoughts drift away and I forget exactly everything that has transpired. I want to archive this and then talk about what I experienced, the things that I have learned, so then I can come back at a later date and see what was working and what was not working for me during this past week. And it's like a reference, but I'm using it as also a way of maybe hopefully showing you guys something and maybe you guys can pick something up. Um, I want to say a big shout out to Philip Cochran because he's been reaching out to me. He wants to talk about some photography stuff, and I meant to send you a PM or a DM, whichever you want. You may call it a message anywhere, and I'm gonna reach out to you if you got any questions or if you happen to be watching this broadcast. If you wanna uh, come on here on the chat and then talk to me and ask me some questions. Or if any of you guys want to ask me some questions too, yep, let me know and I'll be happy to answer anything that you guys might have pertaining to videography or photography. All right, so let's get into the the topic here. So the title is Canon and Exumi, or the Yi camera, action camera. So interesting thing is some people don't know what Yi stands for. So um, or that there is a camera. So many people ask me about it. So it's okay. So I have two. Okay, so this is the Yi 4K camera, right? Obviously, it's got a casing on it, and I can take it out and demonstrate. I've shown this many times before. All right, so I got this case for it, and this protects it, and it's even got like a little UV filter here, so it protects the lens. So I've used this many times, and I used it to film my last concert, and I filmed a couple of bands, and it worked out really well. So I'm gonna take it out of the case right now so you guys can see it. All right, so there it is, very small, very tiny, but I love this camera. It's very versatile. The stabilization on it is ridiculous. It's very stable. If you see me vlogging with it, I carry it around like this, and for the most part, you get stable footage, and it shoots 4K. So if you're needing to stabilize it even more when you crop it, when you crop to 4K, you're still getting a 2K, which is you can get it to 1080 and it still looks good. Farmo Fanatic, hey, how are you? How's it going? This is very random stream. I'm just here to talk about my recent activities with some videography. I'm showing my action camera. This is what I was using to film some concert stuff. How's it going by you, Farno? Thank you for coming on my live stream and hanging out for a bit. If you got any questions, this is very random. I'm just basically I'm just talking about my past experience for the week so that I can. I said all my uploads are 1080. Okay, cool. So what I was saying, yeah. So if you're filming 4K, right? If you film 4K and then you say that for some reason the stabilization you're still getting it shaky, you can crop this down, right? And you get even more stable. But then, like, say if you were cropping down far enough, if you were cropping down 1080, it's gonna bring it down to 720. So you're gonna lose some resolution. But if you're filming at 4K with this camera, and you crop it down and you stabilize it even more, now you're gonna have it at 2K. So that's the okay, cool, no problem. So okay, so I use this to film. The only thing about this camera is that the sound quality is not the best. If you're out there talking, if you're talking and you're vlogging, it's okay. But if you're, for example, if you saw my previous videos, the concert footage, the audio from this camera is terrible. It's just like using a cell phone. It's just blaring and distorted. Is no good. So if you see the other videos, I did Asphyxiator. We played a show, so I used this one to film. I'm just gonna turn on some music here because it's killing me just talking. There we go. All right, so we're using this camera, and I'm using my other camera. It's just can you hook up Firmo? No, you can't. Unfortunately, you can't do it. It doesn't have anything to. I think that you might be able. Actually, okay. Let me take that back. You can. You're gonna have to get mini USB. I'm going to show it to you. So on the side, it's got the mini USB. There's a hack that you can use for it. What's up, Windy City, Steve-O? How you doing, man? Thank you for coming on. This is very random. I didn't even plan this out, but I had all this set up and some other things kind of fell through. But I wanted to come on here and do a little discussion on some camera stuff and kind of talk about my experience using some of this gear for my recent concert stuff. So I was telling Formal Fanatic that there's a hack for the and then this is a mini USB, and you can get a mini USB mic, but you got to hack it in order for it to use that. So what I do is, this is my B-roll stuff. So check this out. So here is the previous version of the camera. See that? So this is the original right here. The only difference, this is not 4K. All right, this is 2K right here, and I can show you something here. You see that? And the camera. This is actually there's another version of this camera that's Yi 4K Plus. This is the Yi 4K. All right, so there's even another version of this. So the difference in this iteration from this one to this one, see there's an LCD here. So if you now this is on the camera itself. So if you wanted to access the menu and watch your videos and things that you already filmed, you can do that on this camera very easily. On this one, there's nothing. Look, see that? There's nothing. All right. So if you get the Yi camera, this is the first version. This is the first one to come out, actually. Here's the strange thing. So this is the first version of the Yi camera, right? 16 megapixels, right? This is the version after this one is 12 megapixels. I'm not sure what that is. It doesn't really hurt the resolution, in my opinion. I think it's still great. All right, but there's no LCD at all for this one. So you can't see anything when you're recording. You don't, so if you're aiming at something, good luck, So I recommend this one instead, Although I'm getting good picture quality with this one. I almost dropped my mic. I'm getting good picture quality with this one. I actually filmed a few vlogs with it. All right, so I got lucky. And I got this one on eBay, but it came with some accessories, right? So check this out. So you can buy. Hey, how's it going? Metal Moments, how are you? Thanks for joining me. I'm just doing a very random stream, and I'm talking about some camera stuff. So if you're interested in camera stuff, you're at the right place. So for some of you, this might get really boring. So if you're not into camera stuff, there's plenty of other people live streaming. So here we go, right? So as I was saying, so here's the Yi camera, the first version. So you get it with this LCD, right? So see, when you put that on there, and it attaches just like that. So now, the first version of the Yi, now you have an LCD pack that comes with it, right? The only problem with that is that, so you can see the difference. So see how the LCD is on this one? It's like a full LCD, and it's on the camera itself, and this one is not on the camera. You only get like a small little preview. That's all, and you can't even access the menu on here. All right, so even though it lets you add the LCD so you can kind of see what you're filming with, right? It doesn't give you the option for the menu, So this version, you got the LCD that's built into it. You can access the menu. You can change all your settings. You can see what you're doing. You can preview your video, all on this version of the Yi 4K camera. So some people were asking me, well, what's the Yi? And is it a GoPro? It's like GoPro's competition, basically. All right. I don't like GoPro. It's just my opinion. I like these cameras. Okay, so just for a price, this one is going for $150, right? And it's a really good camera. It's super stabilized. I walk with it around the lakefront, film. Super stabilized. It looks fantastic. You can check out some of my videos and you can see the quality. Excuse me. This one is very good quality too, and I'm just starting to use it. So the question might be for you guys, well, how do I access the menu, and how do I, look at my videos? Well, you have to use your phone, right? So in order for you to be able to use this camera, you got to use your phone, and you got to download it. You got to go to the Yi camera app, and you got to go on there, and you're going to download the app, and then you got to find this camera, and then you got to access it through the Wi-Fi, which is, it's ridiculous, because you gotta go through all that, and then good luck connecting it, because sometimes it's like searching and stuff. So once you have your phone, then you can actually like see the preview, right? And then you can access the menu just like you could. See, like this camera, you don't need an app, you don't need your phone. It's right on the camera itself. So there's a difference, right? This one, you can buy this on eBay for around $50. It's very cheap, but you can tell why people don't go for this one and instead they go for this version. Oh, by the way, see this casing here? You buy that extra. That doesn't come with the camera, so I bought this extra. And here's another thing you should know, because I tried this. See how this has no protection for the lens? So I tried taking this camera out here and then using this casing for it on this camera, it doesn't work. It's off by like just like a few meters. I mean, it's just off, but just a little bit, so it won't work. So there's no protection for it. Here is what they gave me for what I got when I bought this one. I got a bunch of stuff with it. So I got the LCD screen, right, and here's this. It's a silicone case, right, and that's what I guess that's the protection for. But it doesn't protect the lens actually, you know. And then like it's kind of a pain to put it on, you know. So you have to like stretch it out. I mean, I'm not gonna put it on, but I've had it on, and then should be able to turn it on right away, and then you can supposedly access. You push the little button things in there, but it doesn't quite work that great. For some reason I had issues with it, so I just ended up taking it off because I mean, although it's protecting the body, it's not protecting the lens. So. And it's a pain. And then when you have the little LCD on, this thing actually gets in the way. So anyway, here's another cool thing with this camera, right? So you could get the LCD as an extra added thing. I don't know how much this is. I don't even know if they make it anymore. It's kind of cool, to have like that, and it's all white, so that's kind of cool. By the way, do you guys use any action cameras? Let me know in the comments section. Do you guys have GoPro, or have you guys ever heard of this camera? First off, anyways, so here's another thing that's kind of cool. So here's a external battery pack, right? So you can charge this up, and this is an external battery pack for the batteries. So that's another thing too. The batteries sometimes work really good, sometimes they don't. What I mean by that is like you got to push it in, right? So I exposed the camera, the battery, right? Here's the battery, and you take it out. Let's see how tiny that is. So there's the battery for it right there, right? And there's the compartment for it. Okay. All right, and then so what you're supposed to be able to do here is, okay, so you're gonna put it in like that. All right. So it stays, but see how loose that is. See how fast it came off. So if you're walking around and that comes off, that's no good. I mean, so yeah, you have it on, but it's not super sturdy, and it does. So if you see these connectors here, this is the USB in and the power USB stuff. So that's supposed to transfer over into the bottom part of this right here, right? So it's like an external battery pack for it, and then it comes out. So I got that external battery pack comes with it, right? And then you got the LCD. That's an extra LCD, right? Then you got this rubber thing that I really don't use. So you got all those extra things, right? Here's an issue that I encounter, and this is for reference. So like I said, guys, if you guys are still watching, this video is strictly for reference and things that I learned using all this stuff this past week. So it's not only going to help me, but if it helps you guys, if you guys are interested in any of this gear, this is like a hands-on experience using this stuff, right? So here's the problem, right? So I'm out there on the field, and I was trying to film myself doing because I'm doing some photography work for a friend of mine, and he's a realtor, so we're doing some like house photography and some videography. So I had this little camera, and I wanted to record some of the experience, right? So I put my battery in, and then close this up, and I think I'm ready to go, and I try turning it on. So I'm going to try turning it on now and see what happens. Let's see if it goes on. See, it's not going on, and I know that it's a fresh battery, right? So I'm out there on the field, and I'm trying to turn this on because I want to record what's going on, right? So I'm like, wait a minute, it's a fresh battery. Why isn't it turning on? I don't understand, Well, as I found out the hard way, is you have to push it in hard. You have to push it in. I don't understand why that is. So you really have to, like, right when you take it out, you gotta like really push that in there, right? Which is like, why should you have to do that? But you have to, I guess. Let's see if it even works. I might have exhausted this battery, but oh look, it went on, and then you got those beeping sounds. So you can see well, you can't tell the color in the black and white. But all right, so that's an issue right there, right? So if you get this camera, you see how I put the battery in, and then it wouldn't go on, right? So you got to push it in hard, and you got to make sure that it's pushed in hard. And yeah, you can't even tell, but there's the Wi-Fi right there that comes on right away. It's automatic, so you can like access your phone, and you can access the menu and all that stuff. So now it's on, and then it beeps. So here's the shutter button is on top. Here's the shutter button right there. Shutter button's on top. So once you press that, and here's another issue. I'm thinking I'm filming, right? So I'm filming something, but then it's actually not going, and I'm like, what's going on? So it's actually taking pictures, which is weird. So I don't understand why it did that. It did that on its own. So once it was finally going, then it worked out okay. But those are the issues I had using this camera. So, and then here, so when you turn it off, you're gonna hear it. See that? So you get 7 beeps and lets you know that it's shut off, and then it's shut off, right? Here's something cool, I guess. So you're gonna run out of batteries. The battery lasts for a pretty good deal amount of time. So you got this little charger. So yeah, it comes with a lot of stuff. I see. I like it. I actually like this charger, and this is by who's this by? New Mova. So what you can do is you can charge 2 batteries at once. So it takes these little tiny batteries, right? And you can connect one. So if you're charging one on one side, and then you're gonna charge the other one on this side, right? Just like that. So when you have it plugged in, and by the way, you need a little mini USB to turn it on. So that's the kind of downfall on it. You hope that you can just flip out regular electrical cord and like plug it in, but no, you can't. You have to use the USB, little tiny USB. You can't even see it here. It's a little tiny USB that goes in here, and then you connect it to your PC or whatever other device that's going to be powering and then charging your batteries. So but it's cool because you can charge 2 batteries at once. The batteries are inexpensive. I think they're like $25 or so. Um, it lasts, for the time that I was using it, it lasted very well. So if you saw the asphyxiator video, I don't know if you guys did. Did you guys see it? I'm not sure if you did or not. But if not, you can go down in the video section, my recent videos, and look at the asphyxiator video. So that asphyxiator video used both of the cameras I just demonstrated. They used the white E camera, and then they used the 4K E camera. So I have one on the left side and the other one on the right side, right? And they both worked out perfectly. Here's another thing you should note, and this is also a note to myself as well. The E white camera, it divides up the video files to 21 minutes, right? So I let it roll. So for some reason, it divides your video in 21-minute intervals. I don't know why that is, but when I went back to check the full footage, I thought I was missing the other half, but it turns out the other half is another video clip for 21 minutes, and I'm not sure why I did that. The E4K does not do that. This one here, this one does not do that. It just kept rolling, which is great. It worked out perfectly. So that was awesome. Like I said, sound on this one and on the white E4K, horrible. It's just terrible. And like Ferno was saying that, yeah, can you add an external microphone? Yes, you can, but you gotta hack the camera and whatnot. So yeah, 2 angles, right? So I just told you, and very wide angle too. If you notice, it's like super wide on both the left side and the right side of that asphyxiator video, which shows 3 videos. No, there was a full set, and there was 8. I'm sorry, there was 7 songs. Why only 3 videos? This is why. All right, so here is the main camera, right, that I was filming with, and Allie knows because she's got the same camera. Here's the main camera I was shooting with. So this is my Canon, it's my trusty Canon camera, right, with this exact same lens. So this is the Sigma 18 to 50. Lovely lens. I love this lens. This lens is super awesome. Why do I like this lens? Well, let me tell you, in case you wanted to know. All right. Are you guys familiar with Canon? Are you guys familiar with the T3i? This is the T3i DSLR. It's a mirror camera. It's old camera. In conjunction with the Sigma lens. And why do I like this lens? Well, this lens has optical stabilization built into it, right? So if you're filming it and you're hand holding it, it's going to be very stable. So it gives you 18. So if you guys are familiar, 18 millimeters is pretty wide. Just so you get an idea what you're watching this on. So this frame here is 35, right? 35 millimeters, right? So this one's 18, so it gives you an idea that it could be much wider. So filming with this one, this was the main camera, and it has automatic focus and then manual focus. A lot of the times I just leave it in manual focus, just because I like to do that. And I left it at 18, so I'm getting a very wide camera. Yeah, Allie, I hope that you're getting use of my tips from. I have one that shows how to set it up for concert audio. I don't know if you used that or not. If you did, wonderful. But this camera just kicks ass. It kicks ass because I get great photos and everything. I mean, yeah, it's it's bulky. It's bulky, but it's lasted me for. I've had it for almost 7 years now. And it's still phenomenal. So I used this as my main camera. So I had 2 action cameras, as I said. So I had one on the left and one on the right, and it was filming. Okay, cool. I'm glad that it helped you out. That's awesome. That's very cool to hear. I'm glad that, and for you guys who might watch this on a rebroadcast or watching now or whatever, when I do my camera videos and my how-to, it's not only for reference for me, but it's out to hopefully help you guys out, and whatever you're doing. I know that when I was starting out, there were a lot of things that I was searching for, and I couldn't find any good answers to. So I hope that my tutorials are, if they're helping you, that's awesome, and if they are, if you can share them, that'll help me out. Or if you guys know some better tips, that's how I roll. Hello, how are you, man? It's been a long time, man. Haven't seen you on my chat in quite a while. I hope everything's going well with you. I hope you're enjoying your evening. This is a very random stream. I didn't plan on going on, but here I am, and it's cool because I get to hang out with you guys. I didn't know you guys are all going to be on right now, so that's how I roll. I've been just chatting away about my gear and the things that I have learned. So we're just talking about the action cameras. I'm doing very well. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes. So here we are. So, okay. So the Sigma lens has optical stabilization on it. Now you can see it right here. You can shut it off, on and off right here. All right. So when you're filming, if you're filming concerts and stuff, and you have to handhold because a lot of the times you're not. Oh, here's a tip for you guys. So if you're filming, right, that's gonna be weird because I got my headset on, and this is well known, but maybe you guys don't know, or if you watch on the rebroadcast, if you're filming out there on the field and you don't have a tripod, you take the strap, right, it's around your neck, and then when you're filming, you can film just like this, right? And then this stabilizes your camera even more, right? So sometimes when people see me out there on the field, and even when I was filming, doing the realtor commercials, I was doing this, and some of the clients were asking me, "What are you doing? What are you trying to? Are you trying to? Are you trying to hang yourself with your camera?" Now, well, basically what this is stabilizing the camera even more by the strap, right? So if you pull on it like this. You see how it's pulling like that? So now when you're filming, that's, look how stable, that is. So if I let loose, see that? See how it just, yeah. So if you go like this, right? I'm not saying kill yourself. I'm just saying like just put a little pressure on it, and it's going to stabilize your footage even more. And you can even use this technique for taking pictures. So if you hold it stable, take your picture. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot better than not having it. So that's a little tip. All right. So why only 3 songs? Well, what happened was that here's the thing about this camera. After a while, the battery heats up. I try to make it fun. Try to make fun of myself when I'm doing it. So basically, the camera automatically shuts off if the battery gets hot. All right. So there's some drag racing going on outside. Um, the camera shuts off because the battery gets hot, right? So it goes into automatic stop recording. All right. So since I don't have a way to attend to it and it's on a tripod and I'm performing, it only got 3 songs. And this is the camera that I was using for my audio, right? So therefore, I only got 3 songs. So when you see that asphyxiator video, if you search down, if you want to check that out, if you search down, you're going to see it. It's cool, right? Because it's got all the angles. It's got the E camera and everything. It's got this main angle, right? But then this shuts off. It just shut off after 3 songs because the battery got hot, right? Let me show you the battery. I think I have it in here now. This is the kind of battery it takes, right? But when it gets hot, it's just a safety thing, so that so this doesn't like go haywire on you. I'm not gonna say the word, but anyway, so it got hot and then I couldn't record anymore. Here is another thing that I need to tell you about this camera that it does really, really good in low light, right? So what you're seeing, but it does even better if you add an extra light to it. So when you see that footage, and actually it helped out some of the people that were there because they were trying to film. So we're in this basement, right? And they're drag racing. Let me drink some coffee. Jesus Christ. So every time somebody drag races, I gotta sip my coffee. By the way, if this is your first time here, my name is Frank. I'm a photographer and a musician in the Midwest. Today is a very random stream, and I'm just discussing my camera stuff. So if you guys like camera stuff and you want to learn a few tips from my mishaps, then stay right here and check out what I got to talk about because I got a lot more to say. And if not, if you rather be doing something else, then by all means, please go do something else. Anyways, so here's the thing. So we're in this very dingy basement. It's dark, right? And on top of it, they shut off all the lights because it's like, oh, it looks cool with all the lights shut off, and that's great. But it sucks for video. Let me see what That's How I Roll says. I bought a DC plug for my Canon camera. It slides in just like the battery. It's percent for stationary. It's okay. So I think he's trying to say perfect for state. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Thanks, man. What company makes that? By the way, That's How I Roll. Let me know in the comments. So here's the thing right here. All right. This is LED light. This thing is awesome. I don't know why that makes me excited, but it does make me excited. This thing is awesome, right? Look at my videos, all right? Look at my videos down below. Look at Namland and look at Lost Dog, right? So I have this on it, right? And it also helped the footage out of the people taking video with cell phones at that show and the people filming with other cameras. I had this on, and it just makes a big difference, I mean, yeah, for the people that are performing, it's like a big bright light in front of them, but for video purposes, it's perfect, because it lights everything up. So this thing is awesome, and it takes 6 AA batteries, right? I don't know if you can see that or not. Uh, it takes a 6 AA battery. I don't even know why I did that. It takes 6 AA batteries, right? And then check it out. It fits right on the top of the hot shoe, just like that, right? So look at that shit, right? So you're gonna roll somewhere, you know? I mean, I'd be like, yeah, I'm here to do some video, man. People are gonna be like, holy shit, what the hell is that? So this is it. There's the setup right there, and then it doesn't need to be plugged in anywhere. I mean, you can, but you got batteries, so you got 6 AA batteries. So yes, it gets heavy, but you know what? It's gonna make your video look really, really good. So why not? You don't have to just use this on a Canon camera. You can use it on a Panasonic GH2. You can use it on your Sony, whatever you want to use it on. You know, you can use it. So there, that's what it looks like right there. And it's bright. It's beautiful light. It's gonna make your video look awesome. Oh, and by the way, you can also use a different type of battery. So I used double A's mostly, but let me take this compartment off. So, but it also takes FP 790. So you can use these lithium batteries, which I intend to buy it at a later date. So you can use that in there, right? And then you don't have to waste money on AA batteries, you know, or you can use rechargeable AA batteries. So the entirety of the filming, Namland, Lost Dog, and including Asphyxiator, this is the setup right here. So when you're looking at it, if you're watching it, if you're interested, that's what that is. This setup. The only problem was that the camera battery had heated up and then it shut off after 3 songs, and that sucked. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Uh, Dieter was also filming, so he was filming on his camcorder. I believe he's got a Canon camcorder, so he was filming too, and he just literally sent me the entire set, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take Dieter. By the way, Dieter, if you are watching this, and I think you say you're getting banned from YouTube. I don't know why, but you said that's what's happening. So sorry to hear that. I shouldn't be laughing. But if you happen to see this somewhere, thank you for sending that file over to me. So he has blessed me with letting me use his footage, right, which has got the entire concert. So all I got to do now is take the footage, his footage, and then the action cameras, the 2 of them, left and right, and it's a lot of work. But what I'm gonna do is so right now there's 3 songs and 1 full video. Asphyxiator, right? It's 3 songs. I'm gonna take Dieter's footage. I'm gonna extract the audio from Dieter's footage. I'm gonna enhance that audio. Then I'm gonna put it back, right? And I'm gonna use his footage and then the 2 angles, and then get the rest of the set up for you guys, because I know you guys are dying to see that. Sorry, I'm being really sarcastic. It must be the coffee. But so this is the setup. Let's see, you got 4 viewers on here. Thanks so much, Furnows, Windy City, Steve O, Allie. That's how I roll. Thank you for joining me on this live stream. I'm not going anywhere yet. I still got a lot more to talk about. So if I'm not boring you to death, I hope not. See, camera shit. So we're doing this camera stuff all day long. So, well, at least for this stream, right? So there it is. That's what it was. And by the way, this right here, this lovely LED, beautiful light, it's $25. Can't go wrong. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get creative sometimes when things don't go the way you plan. I know. That's exactly right, you know? So that's how I roll. That's what I'm going to do. Actually, even this live stream was unplanned. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, I set all this up, and then guess what? It didn't work out for what it was going to be. So I'm like, let's do a stream. Why not? You know what? Let's do a stream and let's talk about this stuff, because I know that you guys, a lot of you guys are filming out there. So, hey, I could show you guys some of my things, my gear. This is not expensive. This is $25, So it works out. It works out really, really well. Really, 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 really. It works out really, really well. How many times can you say really in a live stream? I don't know. Anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying your evening. What is the weather like where you guys are at right now? Chicago. It's okay actually. It was hot this early. I can't even put this LED light back. What is going on? So yeah, it was all right today. It was windy, and then like a few minutes, I was enjoying the beautiful sunset. I could still see it, and now it goes by so fast. Sunsets go by so fast. You guys go out and photographs of sunsets? Sometimes I do. So that's it. So that was the asphyxiator experience, right? So now you know everything that went down, and I'm gonna get creative with theater's footage. I don't know when exactly I'm gonna do that, but it's gonna be coming up shortly. All right, so now let's move on. Tyro says we were professional photographers 30 years, 25 years ago. We used medium format, big heavy cameras with huge battery packs and huge flash units. Wow. See, now that is exciting. And then I'm sure that carrying all that stuff around, you couldn't even like preview your stuff like we can now. You know what I mean? Like people even complain now that this is too heavy, you know, but you guys must have been, you know, like hauling all that stuff around. Do you, that's how I roll. Do you guys still have that equipment? And if you do you still use it? I'm kind of curious about that. I never used a medium format camera. I'm very interested in doing that. I do have an old 35 millimeter camera that takes film, but you know, I have it, but for some reason I just don't. I haven't used it. You know, I know you can order film online. Do you guys? Anybody else on this chat? Have you guys ever used film, like old school film? I know I never did, but so anyways, so that's the camera. Now let's talk about the real estate stuff that you know. Kind of, I posted a pic on Instagram. You guys are on Instagram. If not, add me on Instagram. Check that out. I try to use all the grams and all the Twitters. I drink more coffee. Hopefully this thing doesn't crash. So if you see me like going over here on the side, I'm just moving the mouse. I don't know why my PC does that, but if it sits idle, it crashes so that everything like shuts down, which I don't understand, but it does do that from time to time. So what's going on with this realtor stuff, right? And I posted a pic. All right, so right now I'm doing some assistant work. So I'm doing photography, and we're going into these homes, and I'm learning a little bit of what goes into that. So it's like I'm segueing into. See that? What am I doing? I'm segueing. No, you only hope that everything was right and the cost of film and then process. Yeah, yeah, I can only imagine, you know. And then you know, I see some people that are like, oh, that's Hyro. I really love the look of Kodak. The Kodak photography from like the 70s and 80s. I love that look. You know, I love it so much that I actually I got for Lightroom. I was telling my other photographer friend about this. I got these presets from. I'm trying to think of the guy's name. Oh, I can't think of his name, but I got these presets right that emulate the look of Kodak. Right. Um, I can't think of the guy's name. Oh my God. Anyways, what he did, he actually ordered the sheets from Kodak, the Kodak company. He ordered the processing sheets, or he obtained them. I don't know how he got them, but before Kodak closed down, I don't even know why I'm doing this with my hands. Before Kodak closed down, he obtained the sheets for some of their films and the processing, right? So here's what he did. He took those sheets of the different looks of their film, and he made them into presets for Lightroom. Do you guys have Lightroom? I'm from Rochester, where Kodak I originated. I worked for Kodak doing motion. Oh wow, wow, that's how. So then you must know what I'm talking about. He took the sheets, the photography sheets that I guess have all the parameters for the certain looks, and he made them into presets for Lightroom, right? So I bought his pack of presets. I can't think of his name right now. Oh, what's the guy's name? Oh, I can't. That does not coming to me. So, anyways, he's got. Ellie says, "Yes, I use Lightroom. Cool, cool. I love Lightroom. It's so awesome." So, okay, so if you see my photography, right, some of those are using the Kodak presets that are from this gentleman. Ali, if I during my live stream, if I remember the name, I'll tell you the name. So I got these presets. So there's about 30 presets, and about 5 of them are black and white, which give you that black and white look, you know. And I've used it on many of my photographs. You know, of course, I tweak them just a little bit, but I can't even think of the guy's name right now. Oh, it baffles my mind. I can't even think of it. Anyway, so I use his presets. They're 20 bucks, I think, 25 bucks. You download them, you add them to your Lightroom as a preset pack, and then you're able to use them on your photographs, you know. So if you love that Kodak look, like I love Kodak, you know, I love that photography from the 70s and the 80s by Kodak, and it just, you can get that look. Obviously, it's not the same because it's a digital thing, you know, so it's not pure, as they say. But if you want that look, you can get that those presets and just mess around with your photography. Here's a little tip for you guys, because so when you're using those presets, right, they work best on raw picture files, right? So that's how Rose says, when you think of it, put his name in the description after. Yeah, that's how I roll. I definitely will. I definitely will. As a matter of fact, I might be able to see if I kick in the Lightroom thing. I don't know if it's just gonna crash the. My PC sucks. That's the best way I can describe it. So messing around, let me know. I'll try. Let me see if for some reason I cut out. Sorry. Let me see if I can do this here. So that's the Hangouts tab. Now I'm gonna try to go to the see if I can get his name. Let me see if I can find it. If I can, if it doesn't crash, then we should be good. So I'm gonna try to open up this try to open up Lightroom here. Let's see if I can do it. And then I can tell you guys what it is. So I'm gonna minimize that. I'll leave the chat open. Or maybe yeah. See if I can move the chat over. There we go. So I'm just moving this chat. Hopefully it won't crash. So guys, if it crashes, I'm sorry, and I'll be back. But I'm gonna open up Lightroom right now, just so I can get you guys those the name right now, because it'll pop up right on my presets. I don't know if it's gonna crash or not. So it's accessing now. Okay, should be okay. Am I still on? I hope I'm still on. All right, here we go. You guys hear the motorcycles going by? Think of that. They think they're having a rally outside. A motorcycle rally. All right, so I'm in. Okay, so hopefully I'm still on, and I'm in Lightroom right now. Am I still on? Oh, where are the presets? All right, here we go. I'm checking for you guys right now. Let me see. Can you guys hear the music too? Good. I hope you can. All right, so I'm in the presets. Where is it? Oh my God. Oh boy. Here we go. Okay, I got it. Andrew Rudier. Andrew Rudier. So Andrew Rudier is the name of the guy, and he provided here. I can read them off to you. Hopefully, I'm still on. So his presets are for. Okay, so Andrew Rudier is for the black and white presets, right? So he's got the preset for the 100 T Max, 100 curve, the Kodak T Max 100 grain, 400 and 3200, and that's ISO. So for you guys to know film, 100 is ISO, 400 is ISO, 3200 is ISO for the T Max, right? Those are the black. And the other guy, his name is Gavin Gao. That's his name, and he provides the Kodachrome 25 and Kodachrome 64. So hopefully I'm still on. I'm gonna shut this off. So that's what it was. It's backing up. You guys have that automatic backup for your Lightroom? It's kind of what it's doing right now. It's backing up. Hopefully, I didn't crash. Since I'm a new, and oh my God, it's like there's like a racetrack going on outside. I don't understand this. What is that racetrack? Like, where are these guys racing to? All right, am I still there? You're still on. Music sounds great. Okay, thank you. So that's how I roll. That's what it was. So two different. Thank you, Allie, for letting me know that I'm still on. I appreciate that. Okay, now let me bring back. Sorry, I got the chat back on, but let me get on. Okay, here we go. So that's still good, but I need to see the chat. Where's the chat? Here we go. Chat's right here. Okay, cool. Jesus Christ, what's going on? I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry about all that motorcycle stuff going on outside. I don't understand. So, Allie, are you laughing at me? It's okay. I'm laughing at myself. So that's how Roll says. Kodak just put out their final roll of Kodachrome. Paul Simon sings a song about Kodachrome. Cool. I love Kodak, or the look of Kodak. So yeah, so those were the two guys who I downloaded their presets from, just so you know. Sorry, you gotta drink coffee. All right, so what is that? I do a lot of stuff with my hands. What can I say? So I'm just gonna move this over here so I can demonstrate. So let's talk about the realtor stuff that I was talking about, and I got sidetracked talking about Kodak. So I'm doing this real houses, trying to sell homes with photography, and so I'm doing commercial stuff for my client. I'm doing some commercial stuff with them. So I'm traveling from place to place and filming some of the process. I can't show any of that because I'm not allowed to, because that's going to be for him. Actually, if you follow me on Facebook, you might have seen some of the stuff that he's posted, but I myself can't post any of that stuff because it's going to be for his use, for his company, for his business, and I can't show it to you. But I can definitely talk about what I've been using to do it with. So we're on our travels and now doing the commercial stuff. I have been using to do his voice. I use the Tascam. This thing is awesome. So when we're doing by the way, this is a cool song. Allie, if you're listening, this is my favorite song by this band. It's called Hero of Orion by Daniel Deluxe. So Allie, if you're listening, go and check this song out. Awesome song. There's no vocals. It's just the music. Haha, I like that song. Anyway, so I got this little strap, right, and I give it to him to hold, and then basically, and I'm gonna have a demonstration of how that is. Yeah, Allie, I was just mentioning the song. If you want to check that out, it's called Daniel Deluxe Hero of Orion. It's just music. It's a pretty cool video on YouTube. It's like a, how do I describe this? So the song is played to like a video game, and it's got some really cool scenery. All right, so in order to record with this, you're gonna plug in the external mic. Ellie says, "Cool, I'll check that out." Yeah, I think you'll like it. Right, so here we go. Right, so now here's the mic. Now I used this so much that the Sony logo wore out, but this is a Sony lapel mic right here, as you can see. Right, so when we're filming his commercial, um, I have him clip it on to his shirt. Then I have him hold this, and I have this thing set up. By the way, see this here? I don't know if you can see that. All right, that's a hot shoe adapter. You can buy a packet of 4, and this you can connect this to your camera too. So if you got your camera, you can slide it into the hot shoe there. But for for what I'm doing, I have this strapped, and then it's kind of screwed in there so it doesn't go nowhere. And I guess you can attach a clip to it, maybe, you know. So I have him like put it around his hand, and it's like this, and you hold it. Oh, oh. You hold it like this. Oh, I'm messing it up. So he's got it like this, so you can't see it, and it's off camera. And then you got the mic, you know, like that. And then so when we're doing the commercials for him, he is doing his. I'm capturing the audio with this, so I'm not even using the audio from this camera. I mean, I am, but I'm not, right? So I'm filming him with this camera. He's got this on himself, and he's talking, doing the commentary, and you know, we're doing several takes, and he has done a few live streaming, so he is semi comfortable, but he's just done it on his phone, and he wanted something more professional done. So that's what I'm doing for him, and as well, I'm doing photography also, and I did take some pictures of these beautiful homes that are really expensive, and I was in one that was from the 1970s, I think, and it was really well kept up, and there was some beautiful chandeliers and some beautiful furniture, and I was like, wow. So I did take some pictures in there, and I'm gonna ask him and see if I can use it. So that's what I'm using to capture his audio, and once he releases that video, I'll probably post it up, not on my channel, but I'll share the video so you guys can see the quality of that, and hopefully that would like generate more clients to come my way as far as on that realm of photography and videography. So the Sony lapel mic, and then this, and I have my headphones on, so I can demonstrate. But to get the audio mix, you will connect your headphones right in here, right? So you're checking the levels, making sure that it's not clipping. And I mean, you could also like, if you don't want to use this mic, you can just capture the audio, and you see these two little condenser mics on top. Those will do a really good job of capturing the audio too, you know. The reason I don't use those and I use this is because these two mics capture everything, right? So you're getting all the, like everything around, and then sometimes when we're filming outside of the house, there's cars going by and stuff, so it's no good, you know. If you use this, right, you're only hearing his voice, so it cancels out all the noise that's around, and you're getting the best audio possible. And now you can capture wave audio with this too. So I've used this for interviews and whatnot. It takes AA batteries. By the way, if you guys been hanging on to this whole stream, listening to and watching the demonstration, in the description of this video, you can get links to all this stuff, right? So if you're interested in buying any of this stuff, you can go down into the description and you can check out some of this gear, right? I believe this was $100 for this. The mic, this mic was, I'm trying to think, I think it was like 45 or 50 for the mic. So that's what I'm using for his commentary. And you know, it's not an easy thing because you know you're having to do many takes, and then you know like the camera, you know, you have a camera in front of you. Obviously he's done it with his phone, but it's a different thing when somebody's got the camera pointed right at you. It's the lapel mic wireless. No, it's not, man. That's how. No, it's not wireless. Oh, if you mean like it'll work. It works from the power of the device, right? So this device, once it's connected here, you don't need any other power source, right? You just connect it, and the mic works, but it's not wireless. You can get an external unit for it to be wireless. I don't have it. I never used it. So basically, as long as you have this, right? This is not connected to anything. It's powered by AA batteries. This right here will power the mic, so you don't need anything. I know if you're using like an XLR mic, you're gonna need like phantom power, but with this mic, you don't need. As long as you have this, you should be good to go. I think you can actually use this with your phone, but I haven't tried it yet. If I do, I'll demonstrate it. I have to give it a shot. I haven't tried it out yet. So, another thing about this, it records to micro SD cards, right? So, you know, I'm going to open it up right there. I don't know if you can see it. So, micro SD card will go right in there. And Allie, if you're watching, you can also use this to record concerts. So if you're going to film a concert and you want good audio, If you don't want to use the camera, even though I showed you how to get good audio from that camera. That camera takes great audio. But if you want, you can use this. I use this for Chicago Domination Fest. So if you want to use audio, but the thing is, if you're going to use this, right, and then you got to put it back together when you're doing your editing. So that's the tricky part, right? So for him, after we filmed the commercials and stuff, and so far we got 2, right? Now you imagine after film, 2 commercials that are, I think less than a minute or about a minute, right? We're talking almost 3 days worth of work, right? Because I don't understand why they're drag racing outside. Oh my God. So annoying. Do people drag race where you guys are at when you guys are trying to live stream? I don't understand. Anyways, so you have to put the audio back, right? And so there's more involved than just that. I mean, yeah, I'm just showing you guys the gear and stuff, but there's more involved, right? Because now you got to take that audio file, and then you got to take it into an editing program, and you got to adjust it, tweak it, make it better, put it back, right? You're gonna put it back, and then you're not only that, now you're gonna adjust your footage, and then you're gonna go back and you're gonna sync it together. That's how Rose says, I'm on the lake, but boats will go. Yeah, I know. Like, we have like a place called Fox Lake out here, and then during the summer, people get crazy. Ellie says, all you hear at my house are planes flying over. Yeah, planes, trains, and automobiles, right? Sucks, but what are you gonna do? That's part of like living in the city, right? Or near the airport, I should say. I got bit up by mosquitoes. Were there a lot of mosquitoes out with you guys? So, well, yeah. So that's what we're doing. We're filming the commercial, and it's so humid out here in Chicago. So we're out on the west side doing the filming, and it had just rained. And we're out there filming, and I got my camera. I'm filming and stuff, and there are all these mosquitoes attacking me. So I got some mosquito bites from doing it. So. Yeah. See, right now you're getting a hands-on of what it takes to film a realtor commercial, right? So that doesn't sound very exciting. I know it's not as exciting as the concert stuff, but guess what? Concert stuff doesn't pay, I mean, yeah, sure, you can get in, and, you get to talk to people and be near the stage, maybe even get backstage. That's awesome. But this gig that I'm doing now pays, so I'm going through it. It's awesome. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. It's fun. And since I already got a good background, they enjoy what I'm capturing. And then, yeah, it's a little bit of work after the fact because you got to go back and put everything together, put the audio back in, sync it together. Then once all that's done, once you did all that, you send it to the client, right? And he may or may not like it. He might say, well, I guess, which that happened, it's like, hey, that's awesome, but I didn't like I didn't like this, and that. Can you redo this, and that? So I got to go back, rework it, do it again, send it back again. So you kind of go back and forth. That's how I roll. Yeah, make the money. Yeah, yep. And that's what this is all about, right? Because you gotta eat, and you gotta have a roof over your head, and then you gotta have gear to live stream, if you guys can help me out, that'll be awesome. Because if you I'm not saying go buy a camera from my links below, but what I'm saying is if you go, it looks like I'm praying, right? If you guys go down into the link, say like if you're gonna shop on Amazon, let's see, are you photographing the property or the client? I'm photographing the property, right? And I'm filming the realtor for a commercial. So we're going to the property, we're doing appraisal photography for the house, right? So that's one job, right? And I'm just learning that part. But he's hired me to film commercials for him. So basically for his part, right, for what he's doing for his business, he needs video, right? And so what I'm doing is he's starting a series of videos, and he's also like educating people on the process of buying and selling a home. That's the basics of it, and he needs me to do a series of videos for him. So we just started doing that, and not only that, I'm also filming him trying to sell the home. So we're doing like like a live stream commercial for the home. If that explains it, that's how I roll. That's basically. So yes, photographing is one part of it, and then videographing him is the second part, right? Thank you so much. Yes, yes, and I'm blessed to have that happen to me. You know, it was a strange thing because it's like I'm trying to find different avenues to make make some cash and to be able to continue to do this, and then to also share my knowledge, So everything that happens, right? Everything that I'm doing with my camera and um, whether it's photography or film, I'm sharing that back with you guys and whoever else watches this, after the fact, because it's going to help me understand what I'm doing, right? And I'm keeping track of everything that goes on, the tribulations, So I not only am I here like discussing what happens to me, but I'm sharing information that, like, if you guys ever want to try that stuff. Oh, but I veered off track. I'm saying if you guys can help me, um, if you guys shop on Amazon, right? If you use the links down below, say if you're gonna buy like something simple, if you're gonna buy a camera strap, right? Or a tripod or a lens or whatever that may have you, something small, If you buy it using my links down below, I will get a little bit of payment for referring you guys to Amazon. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to. Philip Cochran, what's up? How's it going, man? Actually, Philip, I was talking about you at the beginning of this broadcast. So I was doing this very random. So I was saying, like, if you got some questions about photography and videography, this is be the perfect time to ask me, and we can kind of have an open discussion about photography and videography. So I've been going on for about an hour talking about my brand new venture doing commercial photography for realtor, and also my videos that you saw that were like multi-angle. So I was just talking about my little Yi camera, this little guy right here, G4 2K camera, and then my other ones. So I demonstrated all that. I'm not going to go into it again, but Philip, if you watch the rebroadcast or if you rewind on the backtrack, you'll be able to see some of that. So that's basically what this whole thing has been about. Very random. I didn't plan this out. Um, I had other plans and I set this up, and that didn't happen the way it was supposed to. So I still decided to, since I'm already set up, I can come on just kind of randomly, and then we can have a discussion about camera stuff. And we're just having fun. Allie's been here, we're hanging out. That's how I roll has been here. We're talking about Kodak. We had another person come in here, so that was awesome. Philip, you just got an action camera as well. Okay, cool. What did you get? Did you get GoPro, or did you end up getting like the Yi camera? If you got questions, feel free to ask me. So, oh, here's something about this camera that you guys should know. It's called the Yi camera. So Y Yi. I don't know if that's how you say it. Oh, I have a Rebel T4. Okay, cool. It's called Yi because I guess it translates to small rice, small rice. So Yi in uh, Chinese stands for small rice. So that's why it's called. So this is basically the small rice camera because it's so tiny. So Philip, you got Rebel T4. Okay, so let me ask you, Philip, T4 like this. So you got my action cam is the Campark X20. Cool. Never heard of that brand, but so your T4 is does it look like this? Does it have the articulating screen like that? It should have it. If it does, you got an awesome cameraman. And if you want some tips, I can definitely give you some tips. That's for sure. This one has to pop up. I don't even know if I pop up. Oh, you gotta have it on. Well, let me see if I can turn it on. So I don't know why it's not popping up, but let's see. Damn you! Why is it when I try to get it to work, it's not working? Said my T4 is just lime. It's just that what? My T4 is just lime. That yes. Or like that. Okay. Uh, I don't know why the flash is not popping up. It's not popping up. Damn you. Oh, I don't understand. Oh, okay, okay, I understand. Okay, so here's a quick tip. If you're on movie mode with the T4 or the T3, the flash won't come up unless you're on one of the photography modes, right? So there it is. There's the flash right there. See that? Cool. So you, Philip, so you got an awesome camera. You got a badass camera. So I think T4 is like the next iteration of it. So I got some great tips already watching. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think you commented on the how to film in cold weather. Yeah, because I went out during New Year's Eve and it was like 4 degrees outside. It was 4 degrees outside. And I was freezing. And literally my hands. So I was I'm trying to film. I mean, let me cut. I'm trying to film, and I got 2 layers of gloves on, guys. I got 2 layers of gloves on, and I'm out by the lakefront. I'm out downtown, and I'm trying to photograph, and even with 2 layers of gloves, the wind was cutting through my gloves, and it was killing my fingers. It was terrible. It was like, oh my god. I'm like, my hands are gonna fall off. And there's like drag racing going. I guess like the Indy 500 just let out, and they said we're gonna just drag race all through Chicago tonight, and you just kind of mess up. This is great stream, Frank. Going to run, but we'll try to catch you on more frequently. Best of luck. See y'all. That's how I roll. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you stopping by, and thanks for hanging out for a while. Hope you learned some stuff, and I definitely learned some things from you. So thank you very much. You guys have a good night. All right, here's another tip real quickly. And let's see. Philip Cochran says, is there any film modes like slow motion? I could not find that on the Canon. Well, for slow motion, I don't think. Let me see. Let me check real quick for slow motion. You have to. Let me see here. So I believe you're talking about the frame rate, like filming the different frame rate. I don't believe that there is, to be honest with you. So I'm checking for Philip right now, trying to see if there's any like frame rate modes here. No, the only Philip, the only thing you can go up to is like 30. So you won't be able to. Here is what I do know. For the Canon T3i, Philip, or the T4, which you have, there is a hack that will let you do higher frame rate. I'm just trying to think of the name of it, but there's a hack you can use for it, and it'll allow you to do the 60, because that's what you're going to use for. I think it's 60 or 120. I can't think of the name right now. Jesus Christ. What is the name of that? Oh boy, it skips my mind. But there's a hack you can use. I can't think of the name. There's a certain name for it. If you search out hack for Canon T3i, it should pop up. I don't know if I can look it up right now. Maybe let me see. I'm gonna go into. Let me go here real quick. Let me see if I can look it up real quick, and I'll find it for you. Okay, so and yeah, once you install that, you can do a bunch of stuff with it. Let me see. And it's legit, so it's not gonna mess up your camera. I'm just trying to think of what it was. Boy, where is it? Okay. It's called Magic Lantern. All right. So look for Magic Lantern. If you put on look for Canon Magic Lantern. Let me close this out. Hopefully I'm still on. Hopefully it didn't crash on me here. Can you guys still hear me and I'm okay? Let me go back over here. And then I need to open up the chat. Here's the chat. Okay. Chat, where do you go? Okay. All right. Hey, what's up, Enzo? How are you? How's it going, brother? Good to see you here, man. We're just talking about okay, cool. Thank you, Ali. Thank you for sticking around, by the way. What's up, Enzo? How are you, man? We're just talking about so Enzo might know this, Philip, also because he uses Canon. So this whole stream has been about Canon and some of the action cameras. So excuse me. And so what Philip is asking is about a higher frame rate for the Canon T3i. Now, I mentioned to him that Magic Lantern is a hack you can use to hack the camera. Okay, cool. Magic Lantern, you use that to hack this camera, and you should be able to get the 60 or 120 frame rate. I believe Magic Lantern is free, so you can download that, and it also allows you to do a bunch. I think it also allows you to do time lapse. So you can do time lapse, right? So if you want to do a time lapse, because this doesn't have it. Like I have a intervalometer. That's what it's intervalometer for this camera. In order to be able to do time lapse, and then you hook it up to to there, right? But yeah, ML will open so many. Yeah, so Philip, Magic Lantern. That's what you need. Download Magic Lantern, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna download it onto the SD card, right? So you're gonna open up your PC. You're gonna go on your PC. You're gonna download Magic Lantern to the SD card. Now, it's been a while since I did it, but there's also tutorial videos. But I can tell you a little bit of step by step since we're on right now, and this will probably be helpful to yeah, it says it's free and it's all installed on the SD card, right? So basically, Philip, what you would do is you go to the Magic Lantern. You're going to download it to your SD card, right? So you're going to be using your PC. You're going to download it to the SD card that you're going to be using, right? Once it's downloaded to your SD card, you're going to take the SD card and you're going to put it back on the camera, and then you're going to access it, and you're going to update the firmware on the camera through the SD card with Magic Lantern on, and then that'll give you access to a bunch of other things. So once you have it on there, so it will change your firmware, but you shouldn't wreck your. Yeah, it won't mess up your camera, and it's just gonna give you a bunch of options. Ali, this is if you want to do that too to your camera. I didn't do it to this camera, but you can definitely do it. So I just got this Rebel T3i. I also have Canon EOS 7D Mark. Oh wow, okay. So Magic Lantern should work on both of those. So you can use for either or. And then once what happened to my music? Sorry guys, I gotta have music. Maybe try something else. So yeah, if you use so if you use the hack, which is Magic Lantern, you should be able to access the higher frame rate, right? And you should be able to do time lapse. It'll give you. There's a bunch of other things you can do with it. I think you can also use different looks, right? So Ace Film Studio, how's it going? Thank you for joining my live stream. This is very random. Tonight, Ace, we're talking about cameras. So the big discussion that we're having with Philip, Enzo, and Allie, because we all own Canon, right? Ace, do you use Canon, or what kind of camera do you use? Let me know in the comments. Guys, if you can tweet this out, or if you can give me a thumbs up, that would be great. You don't have to, but that'll help me out. Like I said, this was very random, and has turned into me helping Philip. And actually, Philip, I actually like mentioned you at the beginning of the stream. I was saying how I was going to message you and everything, but I'm hoping that you're gathering up. Um, yes, that's another great thing. You can monitor your audio, which is all, that's a great feature to have with the Magic Lantern, so that it helps you out. So right, so you have a Canon, beautiful camera. By the way, guys, if you're just tuning in, it says I don't have the manuals for either of these cameras. I'm just learning how to use them. Okay, cool, cool. Um, right here, I got the Canon. I'm sorry. This is the Sigma. This is Sigma 18 to 50. This is a beautiful lens. So if you watch any of my footage recently, that's what you're seeing this with, right? And here's the cool thing. Now this lens is an $800 lens, right? Brand new, right? Why is it so expensive? Well, it allows you 2.4, right? So you can open it very wide, so it's good in low light, and it has optical stabilization, right? So if you go on eBay, now, mind you, I searched long and hard for this, so it took me about a day to find this lens. But this lens is $800, right? And I got it for about $350 on eBay, right? The cool thing about this lens is that it's wide, right? So you get a wide angle, and it's stabilized, right? So if you're hand holding stuff, or if you're doing like, if you're vlogging with it, you've seen like Casey Neistat, and he's like, doing this thing and stuff. A lot of the times, well, he's probably got the more expensive brand, but Canons are super expensive if you got stabilization in it. So this one here got the stabilization on it, right? You can turn it on and off. But once you have it on, or it's going to stabilize your footage, and it looks fantastic. You're going to get a great image out of it. It's a wide angle, right? So, by the way, guys, T4i and T3i, except for the Philip, you got 7D. It's crop factor, right? So you got to take that into consideration. So even though this is 18 with the crop factor, I think it brings it. I think Enzo might be able to answer this. I think it's like close to 24, might be like 22. But even so, you're still getting a nice. Enzo says, yeah, the STM lenses for the Rebels are a must for video. Right. Yeah, definitely. So this is what I've used. This is what I'm using for my photography, my concert stuff. I used it with, and I've been using it for my commercial photography for the realtor, for his commercials. Philip says, I have the Sigma 17 to 70 macro autofocus. Okay, cool. So you're good, man. I can't wait, Philip. I can't wait to see the footage that you take, man. It's definitely, it's going to be awesome, like to see, because this is what I've used. I've had this camera for a very long time now, and it works perfectly. By the way, for you guys who are just tuning in, if you're seeing the frame, what I'm filming this with, this is Lumix GH2, Panasonic. Do you guys, hey, what's up, Bottle Caps? How are you? Thank you for joining me, buddy. Yeah, this is a whole topic today is about cameras. We're just discussing, all of us here use Kenny Ray. What does this say? Okay. I'm not. Kenny Ray just joined the chat, saying I'm having some issues. I have a Bellhole and looking to get Sony. Yes, we'd love to have a Canon, but cost, and to make my videos right now, I can use Logitech C922. Okay, cool. We are getting hit with Hawaiian Punch right now. Oh, nice. So, Ace Film, Bello How? Bello How? I'm not even sure. That's I never heard of that camera before. I also have Sony A6300. It's a mirrorless camera. I don't have it near me, so I can't really show it. And then you say you have Logitech C922, and that is like a webcam. If I'm correct, Ace Films, am I correct on that? It's a webcam. I mean, I've seen the Logitechs used for live streaming as a webcam, and they look really nice. Bottle caps. Do you have Canon, or do you use Canon for your films? Or said the rain has been coming down sideways for 3. Oh wow! I hope you're okay, bottle caps. Philip says, but I also have a Canon EP70 to 200 ultrasonic lens, and it's incredible. Awesome, cool. Yeah, Philip Bottle Caps is in the house with Ace Films. Ace Films says yes with background chart changer. Okay, cool. That's awesome, man. Definitely. Yep. It's the bottle caps. Yeah, I got Canons. Cool, man. Bottle caps. Do you have full frame or crop sensor? All I have is the T3i. This is a crop sensor, and it came with kit lens, but I don't use the kit lens. I use. I was telling them I'm using Sigma DC 18 to 50 lens. It's a prime lens, by the way. No, it's not a prime lens. My fault. Well, it looks great. You know, it's pretty damn close to the a prime lens, so that's awesome. Let me put this back. Um, so I was asking you guys, do any of you guys use Panasonic? Panasonic, either GH2. I know that the GH7 is quite expensive, and but I like using the GH2. It looks really good. You ever want to sell that Canon cheap? Let me know. Ace, I may or may not. We'll see. If you've seen like some of my other videos, I sold my projector. I sold my RCA surround sound system. I sold that, and I also sold my digital 4-track record. Not 4-track. My digital 8-track recorder by Roland. So if you want to check out the links below on Amazon, I sell some of my stuff on there too, and it helps me out. Or if you want to go on eBay, so I may, you know, maybe one day I'll give it up, but it's very hard to give up this camera because you know what, I've captured so many good footages with it. One thing that it does have two dead pixels. You can't even tell, but it does have it in there from all the use. So Philip Collins said, "Thanks for helping everyone." Thanks for helping everyone, Frank. You're really good at. Oh, hey Philip, thank you for joining me on the stream. Ansel says Canon T3i is still worth the cash. It really started the video revolution. Yeah, it sure did, man. Um, like I said, I've been like using Sony. So I got Sony A6300, which is a mirrorless camera, and what you're watching this live stream from, this is Panasonic GH2 mirrorless camera. It has a Tokina 28 millimeter lens. Do you guys use old vintage lenses? Well, at least with the DSLR use. Right, exactly. Do you guys use old vintage lens? So this is, I mean, the Sigma is considered a vintage lens, and I also use Canon prime lens, 24 millimeter, which is probably seen on some of my films. But this is Tokina. What you're watching this on, this is Tokina EL 28 millimeter prime lens, and a mirrorless. So here's the thing, micro four thirds, right, guys? Panasonic GH2 uses micro four thirds, and that's what they use exclusively. So that's even smaller crop factor, right? So even though this is a 28 millimeter, with I actually have I have a speed booster on it, right? So it gets it closer, but so this frame that you're looking at, this is closer to 35 millimeter. That's what you're looking at right now. And here is the thing about the speed booster that's in between the lens and the sensor that you're watching this on. The speed booster condenses the light, right? It opens up by one stop. So let's say if you have a 1.4, I'm sorry, if you got 1.8, it brings it down closer to a 1.4. And not only that, it makes your image sharper. So that's another thing you guys might want to look into. Philip Combs said, bottle caps, did you see my We Are YouTube t-shirts merch? Oh, Philip, you got some merch, bro? Oh man, I gotta catch up with your stuff, man. I haven't seen it. If you got merch, man, I'll definitely I'm gonna have to check that out, man. I've been missing some stuff. Yeah, like I said, I've been doing some realtor photographer. So I've been shooting commercials, which is a kind of a brand new venture for me, and I've been just kind of like discussing all that tonight on the stream and talking about my cameras. Um, so yeah, definitely I need to be. So where's my free T-shirt? Do giveaway, right? No, but actually, Philip, if you got the shirts, man, I'll buy one for sure, man. I like to support, definitely, man. Anything I can do to help each other out, that'd be awesome. I can wear on the live stream and whatnot, so that'd be cool. So yeah, so this is what you're watching this on. Like I said, there's a crop factor, so I guess you guys don't use that. So right now, if you watch my how to stream on Google Hangouts. So this is what it is. This is Google Hangouts. So I might lose some resolution after it's all condensed. Phil Collins says it's on the way, Cavs. I sent it to the hot chicks in Texada Island. Bottle Caps, is that true? Is that you got hot chicks in Texada Island? I've seen some on your videos, which is awesome. Maybe I need to come pay you a visit someday. With Philip, me and Philip will come over there. That would be too. 200 in Monopoly money? No, I'm joking. Yeah, that's a lot of cash. I think I can buy another. I can buy another GH2 for 200. Oh boy, and they're still drag racing outside. So guys, this is awesome. So we got 7 viewers on here. Thank you for joining me. Like I said, this was just kind of like a spur of the moment, and it just has turned into this whole topic, which is cool. Bottlecap says, I guess they were hot long time ago. Most of them are just seniors now. Wow, really? Okay. First T-shirt was today. It's not on sale as of yet, but I will let you know. Okay, cool. Well, cool, man. Yeah, please let me know. I definitely like to support. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that'd be cool. Hopefully, I won't get a strike. I got some Floyd playing in the background. I don't know if they're gonna strike me. Let me change this because I don't want to get in trouble. Do you guys ever get in trouble for using stuff you shouldn't be using? See, I always go back to my other music so I don't get in trouble. Hey, how come Philip hasn't got a wrench? Oh yeah, well let me hook you up, Philip. You want a wrench, brother? I'll give you one. Yeah, somebody was in here that said something that was weird. I don't know, and I was just like, whatever. All right, Philip is about to become a moderator. Philip, you are now a moderator, brother. Yeah, so I trust you guys. You guys been following my channel for a long time, so it's all good. So Philip just got a blue wrench thing. I know there's another YouTubers. I think Pusa uses blue wrench group thing, which is cool. But I just gave you. I think somebody was in here and they were saying something I didn't understand. I'm like, okay. Like so you're brand new on the stream, and I don't know who you are, and all of a sudden you're just gonna like randomly talk about something way off topic. Yeah, I don't know. So that's why I didn't really like give it too much attention. So if you're still watching, that's fine. But I'd like to stay on topic, and I'd like to know who you are, because we want to keep it cool, keep it drama free, right, guys? Drama free, no drama here. There's never been any drama on my live stream. It's always been good. Frank and Phil visit bottle. Yeah, we can make it a vlog, man. Us like journeying down there to look at some of those hot Texada women. Yeah, Philip, welcome, and thank you for being a moderator. It definitely helps out when I'm doing my streams. And by the way, guys, everybody who's watching right now, I'm gonna have an interview soon. I'm gonna be interviewing Dynamic. He is reaction video YouTuber, and he just recently did a reaction video for Baby Metal. I think that's what it's called, Baby Metal. And it just like it kind of skyrocketed for him. He got a lot of views. So he did a reaction video to Baby Metal. He did something for Tool. And they're still drag racing outside. And It's a bottle cap. I was married 21 years. That's enough drama for That's a long time, man. 21 years. Hats off to you, brother. Man, that's some strength. I can even last like a year dealing with some BS, but I'm not gonna get into that. Anyways, yeah, no, Philip, exactly. Drama-free zone. That's what we're all about, right? It's camera stuff, good chat, jokes. Just enjoying the stream. Holy crap, Philip! It's been a long time to see our logos in the chat. Right, right, right. Yeah. So you guys are awesome, man. I've been following you guys for quite a long time, man. It's very cool. You guys are awesome dudes. I really mean that. You guys are awesome dudes. I watch your content. I watch what you guys do. You guys hang out. You have honest conversation. And I love that. It's true. Actually, everybody on here, you guys are all awesome. I'm not just, I'm just saying I wanted to do a special shout out for them because sometimes bottle caps just pops up at any random time. If I'm on at 7 in the morning, he pops up. If I'm on at noon, he pops up. If I'm on at 11 p.m., he pops up. So yeah, thank you for that. That's awesome. And then Philip too, man. Been watching all your videos, all your slow motion stuff for quite a while. And so you too, brother. Actually with Enzo S2W Themes, we've been on some live chats on the Lady Borgia show together. So we've known each other quite a. Just agree, Caps. I don't like the big streams. Sometimes the big streams get kind of wacky, right? And then there's still drag racing outside. Here's another thing about those. Jesus, I am sorry about that. I don't understand. I don't understand why you need to race from red light to red light. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like there's a speed track. You know what I mean? It's not like you're going from like start to finish to see who wins the trophy, right? It's just you're going from the red light and then you gun it to the next red light. So I don't understand, but they like doing that around here for whatever reason. Anyways, I'm veering off track. I think you're supposed to take a sip of coffee every time you hear that. Oh, is that right? Well, let me do that. Well, I'm almost out of coffee, so that must have been like a ton of drag racing going on. Thanks for reminding me, Ali. I'm only going to be up till 2 in the morning today. That's all. As opposed to like yesterday, was it 3 in the morning? No, I'm joking. All right, well, say good night, fellas. Working early tomorrow. It's always fun. Yeah, definitely, Enzo. Thank you for joining me. Love you, brother. Have a good day at work tomorrow, man, and thank you for joining me. It's very, very cool. I'm going to be signing off pretty soon as well. So I think we got a lot of good information out there. I think Philip learned a lot about using Canon and about some of the tips and tricks. So that's very awesome. And there's still drag racing outside. I don't understand. So anyways, guys, I'm going to cut this off. I've been on since 7 o'clock. I made good use of a situation that wasn't happening, so now it's made up for it tenfold because all of you guys came on. You guys are genuine. Oh, so that's what I was talking about, like the big streams and stuff. Try to go on there and you try to chat. You can't even have conversation. So this is what I like. Everyone that's been on here, all 7 of you guys, Allie, S2W Themes, Philip, Bottle Caps. I know I'm missing some of you. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's how I roll. All you guys have been on. I've been able to go one-on-one with you because it is a tight-knit group. Have a good night, Ellie. Thank you. I'm going to cut it off very soon. But to be able to chat with you guys one-on-one, the chat's not going super crazy. I can read your comments. We can have a good conversation. It's a tight little group, and that's awesome. And that's how I like to keep it. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for enjoying my music. Thank you for enjoying my little rants. And it's been fun. So I'm going to cut this off. You guys have a wonderful night. And until next time, I'll see you on the next stream. Thank you. Have a good night.